Streaming yet. Maybe it's just me. Nah, it takes like 15 seconds. Let's set the broadcast now. Alright.
Starter has the green flag in his hand. Be ready here. Green's out, let's go.
Start broadcast.
Careful, still there. Clear high, bud.
No.
Sorry, I'm going a little fast.
Despite what you see on your screen, 3 drivers, they're 3 hell of a drivers we've got.
All right,
the 20, the 74, and the 4. That's what you see on track, and that's the starting lineup. Now let me tell you, the 20 and the 74, they are about to go head-to-head for yet another Veedverks Racing Series Championship. Tonight, it's the Veedverks Bandit Series season finale here at the Homestead Miami Speedway. We've got a hot 50 lapper on our hands tonight, and 3 drivers who are going to go balls to the walls for it all. My name is Emerson Arden. Hello YouTube and welcome to the Veedverks Bandit Series season finale. Here we go, the drivers about to take on 49 laps on the progressively banked 1.5 mile racetrack. The green flag is in the air. Who's going to win the title? Miz out to an early lead. Controller up to the 2nd position in that 4 car. Clears Spoob. Spoob right now in 3rd. A lot of time to regroup and try to get back up there. First lap complete and Miz out in front. Now Spoob on the back bumper of that 4 car, looking for a way around the actual watermelon machine. Now these 3 cars, they're nose to tail and they're fighting hard already. 48 to go.
Got one peeking inside.
And the 3 and 4, the 4 controller. He's not competing for a title, so you know what matters to him?
Clear down low.
Anything goes for the race win. Controller, he's going to fall back to the 3rd position after having a shot at the race lead there from Miz. That puts the 74 Spoob in the 2nd position. And now the championship contenders, once again, just a few minutes ago, they were nose to tail. And here we go once again.
Excellent lap there. Good job.
Nose to tail off of the 2nd corner and down the backstretch we go. Spoob now peeking to the inside.
Five to go. You got this.
Once again, you see Miz using the middle lane. Spoob now all the way on the inside, rotating the car through the center. What he needs to be doing. And down the backstretch, they're going to be going side by side. And the 3 and 4, Miz clears Spoob once again. Miz making a little contact with the wall there on the front stretch, but holds on to the race lead with about 40-ish laps left to go. We're coming to the closing laps here in stage number 1. 3 laps ago, this time by the start finish. Three laps to go. Who's going to get this stage win? Miz holding off the field right now. Spoob on the back bumper. Controller in the wings should anything happen. Talk about the season these guys have had. The 74 Spoob wins have not been easy for them.
Still there.
The 20 of Miz, a little less. The 2 laps ago here in the stage, a little less, but still wins just not easy to accomplish in any form of league racing. But here we go. A 33% chance to win the race and a 50% chance to win the title. Winning is everything. Whether it's a stage win, or the race win, or the title win, we got 1 lap left here in stage number 1. And though a stage win wouldn't do anything in the title race, it would sure add some momentum in your back pocket for you to kind of look back on in the late stages of this race if it's going to be another close one. So here we go, heading into turn number 3. Miz right now leading the charge over Spoob and Controller. Unless anything drastic happens, coming off of turn number 4, it's going to be Miz winning stage 1, Spoob second, and Controller coming home third. So we're about to line them up double wide, and we'll try that again for a stage about the exact same length. Make sure you go to Veedverks.com and use promo code VCOS for discounts on CBD-based products and needs. Support them as much as they've supported us. Here we go, they're double wide and ready to go once again.
Coming to the green. Are you ready now? Got one outside.
The green flag is in the air. We're racing in stage number 2. Miz leading the field down to the turn number 1.
Careful. Still there. Clear all around.
10 laps here in stage number 2, which means we'll have about a 25 to 30 lap final stage. Controller once again out in front of the 74 Spoob. Can Spoob get him back this time? Up the track goes the 20 and the 4. Nine laps to go in stage number 2. Controller, he's hunting for that 20 car. He wants this race lead as he almost gets into the wall. Ever so close to it. You couldn't fit a piece of paper between his car and the wall. 20 a minute sliding all the way up the racetrack. He's hard. Got to get out the throttle just a little bit to keep it out of the wall. Spoob fighting hard there in third as he sees Controller slide up the racetrack. Spoob hits the apron there. Both trying to keep their cars under control. Seven laps to go here in stage number 2. The season on the line, maybe not at the end of the next 7 laps, but at the end of the night, The 4 controller into the wall. Spoob now going by for the second position. Miz driving off in the distance. Six laps to go here in stage number 2 as they come off of turn number 2. Spoob right now to defend against the 4 controller. They maybe line up side by side with Miz on the restart. Or does he want to do that? Does he want to restart second or third? He's loose! And he's going to lose the spot to controller. He almost overcorrected and into the wall. A big moment for a championship competitor off of turn number 4. 5 laps, now less than 5 laps left in stage number 2. Here come the 4 to go. Now can controller fend off the 74 Spoob? Or is Spoob again going to try to fight the 4 car that much? Though you always want to be going 100% in these races. The starts from the outside lane have not worked out in his favor. If he restarts in third and is able to start behind the race leader on the next restart, will that end up helping him stay with him? This time by will be 3 laps to go in stage number 2. Miz off in the distance. The 4 of controller now opening the gap to the 74 Spoob. As we head into turn number 3, this time by will be 2 laps to go.
2 to go, driver.
In the penultimate stage of the Veedverks Racing Series of Leagues. A lap and a half to go in stage number 2. On turn 2, now controller has definitely opened up the gap to the 74 Spoob, and it should be smooth sailing here for the rest of stage 2. It has been smooth sailing for this guy in the 20 car. Miz has dominated this stage. A lap left here in stage number 2. It's all been about this 20 car of Miz so far. Will he be dethroned in the third and final stage? First, he's got to make it around another set of corners. The 4 controller, he's grazing the outside wall off of turn number 2. And now Spoob with a little bit of a sniff for a second position. 2, 3, and 4.
One that stage. Way to go, driver.
And that'll round up stage number 2. Miz over controller and Spoob. Spoob really struggled with his car this stage. A very loose race car in that 74 car. Some pit lane adjustments here under the stage 2 caution could go a long way if he doesn't mess it up. Here we go. For probably the final time this season. We'll be taking the green flag in this race. So here we go. These guys.
Good luck, Spoob.
Possibly the final green flag of the Veedverks racing season. And there it is. We're racing in the third and final stage of the Veedverks racing season, the Veedverks Bandit Series at Homestead Miami Speedway, the season finale. The league racing finale. This stage, it's a 26 lapper. That means it's a one-stopper. Strategy. Very much a long shot, but is possible in this stage if you play your cards right. What will you do? Do you undercut? Do you overcut? Do you 2 tires? Do you 4 tires? Either way, you're going to need fuel. But what's it going to be? 25 laps of racing on the Veedverks Bandit Series season finale race here at Homestead Miami Speedway. 25 laps to decide it all. The championship competitors, they're nose to tail. The 3 racers are nose to tail. Miz not pulling away oh so much this time around. The 74 Spoob right there in the wings. Miz slides up the track a little bit, and now Spoob with the slipstream closing the gap to race leader and current champion in that 20 car of Miz. This is what matters most to these guys. They've gone through 2 championship races. Is it a third time a charm for the 74 Spoob? He's not lost 1, he's lost 2 championships here at Homestead Miami Speedway in the span of a week. Will he be doubted one more, or will he make up for it here? Spoob now under attack from the 4th controller hog. For the 2nd position. Equidistant from each other, because this time by will be 21 laps to go. The pit window should be open in about 6 laps. These guys, they don't have crew chiefs. They are their crew chiefs. So what is going to be your call that is going to get you a championship or a race win? Spoob now closing the gap to the center of the corner with the help of Slipstream. He's going to be right there on the back bumper of the 20 car. 20 laps to go. Turn 1, none of these guys have lost touch with one another. He dominated the first 2 stages, that 20 of Miz. And though this was about what it was here in stage 1, the drivers were still right behind him. The pressure must be piling on now. The first 2 stages, it's a 10-lap shootout, then you get a caution. Doesn't really matter in terms of the race. But here, this is the race. 19 to go. Can you outduel the drivers you've tried to outduel all season long? 34 races, what's one more in the Veedverks Bandit Series? Pit stops on the horizon. Do you undercut? Do you run it out of fuel? Do you overcut? What's going to help you? $18 laps to go. The 74 Spoob, he does the undercut. Fresh tires first. Can he make a safe pit entry? An efficient pit entry is what he's hoping for. A pit now, he'll be about 4 laps to the good. How long do these guys stay out there? What are fresh tires going to mean? Well, we're about to find out, shall we? In about 16 laps time. The 74 is down and away. But he's over a lap and a half behind the race leader. But that is normal for when you pit at this track. Can he make this move, rejoin onto the racetrack? And he does. He'll go 2 for 3 on coming out of the pits for the final stop of the race. Back up front, the 20 of Miz leads the charge over the 4 of Controller. This time by 14 laps to go, and the 20 of Miz, he's pitting. He couldn't stand to be out there on older tires to his championship competitors sliding on the entry to the access lane. A very efficient run through the pit access road on the entry. I mean, he got everything he could have gotten on that entry. Now Controller Hog takes over the race lead. He's going for the race win. Championship. He's not in contention. All that matters for him is crossing that line first. But these guys, the 20 and the 74, where they come out in relation to each other, is what's gonna matter the most. The 20 is down and away. Spoob is coming down the front stretch. Can Miz nail his pit exit? And coming onto the back stretch, a huge gap now for the 20 of Miz. Can he get up to speed? The gap about 3.5 seconds. A lot larger gap than what he had to try to make up in the truck race. Can Spoob do it? $11 laps to go for Controller Hog up front. He's going to run that thing empty. Can Miz have a mistake-free run to the checkers? 12 laps left for him. Again, he's a lap down to Controller Hog, who crosses the line. 10 laps to go on the very last race of the last series of the season.
10 to go.
The final 10 laps of the Veedverks collection of racing series this season. The Controller Hog leads. He'll be coming around to 9 laps to go, this time by. The gap now, Miz opening the gap over Spoob. It's closing up to about 4 seconds now.
We're at 10 now. Well, it's not over yet,
10
man.
laps to
Keep
go
your head
for
in
the
it.
championship competitors. Eight laps to go for Controller Hog. He's gonna run that thing empty. But what is he gonna take? Is he gonna take 4 tires and fuel? At this point, he's got nothing to lose and just a race win the game. Something tells me he's not going to take 4 tires and fuel. The gap now 4.25 seconds between Miz and Spoob. The laps winding down. All Miz has to do is ride these laps out. Doesn't even have to hot lap them. And here comes the 4 controller hog. He's on the pit entry. There goes the 20 of Miz, unlapping himself. The 74 of Scoob, he'll come by and unlap himself. So what is the 4 of controller hog going to take? The gap between the championship contenders, 5 seconds now. Controller down and away. The 20 of Miz now coming down the front stretch. Controller's got to be awesome on his pit exit. Controller into the grass. Onto the track he goes.
Stay low, stay low, stay low. Thank you.
And Controller with a gamble. No tires and just enough fuel to make it. Controller
5 to go. You got
forfeits the race victory there. That being said, 5 laps to go on the Veedverks Racing series of leagues. What a great season it has been across all 3 series.
That's a wall.
And Miz into the wall! He's able to hold on to it. But definitely a shock for him. 4 laps to go, the gap nearing 6 seconds. This time by will be 3 laps to go for the 20 of Miz. Just over half an hour ago, he won the Veedverks Gunman Truck Series title. Is he going to double cap the day? He's got now 2.5 laps remaining. He's been a stud in all 3 series. Was outdriven last Wednesday. A hard-fought battle
2 to go.
a few minutes ago between him and Scoob. And now he proves he's a champion, absolutely dominating the final race of the season in similar fashion to who he got outdriven by last Wednesday, who won the Veedverks Outlaws Cup Series Championship Party people.
White flag, dig driver.
There. The bell lap.
Thank you, brother.
Final lap.
I wouldn't expect any less.
Off of the final corner. Driven like a champion.
Good driver. Way to earn that.
Double capping on the season. The Veedverks Gunman Truck Series title and the Veedverks Bandit Series title go to the 20 of Miz. Boob will come home second in the 2 titles today. Controller comes home in the 3rd position. A phenomenally driven race from Miz. And a heartbreak from the 74 of Scoob.
Thank you. Yeah. I wish we would have had a bigger field. Definitely would have been, I think, a lot different of a race. You'd have been able to use the draft more if we made mistakes. I just think with 3 people, we just Yeah.
You see it a lot times. Just 2 tenths separated them.
I'm good then.
So Miz,
Well,
double capping the season. It wasn't a cup title, but it was an Xfinity, the Bandit Series, and the Gunman Truck Series titles today. 2 for 3, that's not too bad, ain't it?
no, finishing second in the cups. That's very positive. Good momentum towards next year. Excited.
Again, I said this on last Wednesday's broadcast, but watching you enter this season, really didn't expect you to be in contention for the championship, but when it was all said and done throughout the season, you were definitely elevating your finishing positions across all 3 series. And when it came down to when it mattered most, you were able to put on the performances that you needed, whether it was a hard-fought last lap battle to the line, or it was an absolutely beautifully called race. You can do it all, huh? You can win fuel mileage and hard-fought racing and domination. It's all in your wheelhouse, you would say, huh?
Yeah, it's all a lot of growth over the year. A lot of heartbreaks at the beginning, but turn that into motivation. Keep getting up. Keep trucking away, and you see where this gets you. Just gotta thank Scooby for running a good lead. And sorry that he finished second tonight both times, but man, just excited to be a rookie and winning 2 championships in 1 year is pretty damn exciting.
I think that's going to say a lot. It's going to speak volumes heading into the next season. And we're going to expect pretty much this level of racing out of you, this level of capability, as he came into this year kind of, how is he going to run? And we know how you can run now. It's going to be, it's going to be interesting next season. Are you thinking about next season right now, or are you just kind of letting this sink in? How are you gonna celebrate double
Oh,
captain today?
I'm gonna use some nice medication. Use me some CBD from Veedverks for sure. Uh, just gonna do what I do, and now it's on to next year. Celebrate it tonight, but think about next year tomorrow. Start working for it, because I got a lot of work to do if I want to be a championship contender, a real championship contender in the cups, and that's where it's at.
That, sir, yes, it is. Um, so yeah, congratulations again on a hard-fought double cap of the day. Insane battle with you and Spoob earlier tonight, and then domination here in the Bandit Series. Congratulations on both titles and this race victory.
Thank you, sir.
What a high note for you to end this season on. The highest of notes you can end the season on, pretty much. And we will
Absolutely.
see you down at Speed.
Absolutely. I'll be there. Can't wait.
Interesting to watch, to talk about this season across all 3 series. And though we were missing him from pretty much this second half of the season, I do want to give a shout out to Jackson for earlier this season and being a great co-commentator to work with. Hope to see you around if you get this. I get it, you got live, man, but yeah, thank you for just being a great co-commentator earlier this season. Boob ran a hell of a league here. It came down to something all three races, whether it was strategy or setup or racing to the end. There was a factor to each of these races. It wasn't like something finagled the outcome of these titles, and that's all you could really hope for. You just hope that the title came down to something racing related, and that's what it was. Yeah, this season, it was a great one. I cannot recall a dull moment this season. It had its ups and downs. There was fireworks on the track and off the track, most races. But when it came down to the actual racing production of this league, it was none less than a 10 out of 10.
I didn't hear you screaming.
So, there's winners, there's losers of every race, of every championship. But I think the winners this season are not only the two champions we have, but the fans. The people who watch these races were treated to a spectacular season. So, until next season, I'm Emerson Arden. Make sure you go to Veedverks.com and use promo code VCOS for discounts on CBD-based products and needs. Support them the way they support us with lots of love. They will be back next season. So you're not done hearing that promo out of me. Speaking of next season, make sure you keep tabs on the Veedverk Outlaw Series Facebook page, Veedverk Cup Outlaw Series Facebook page, for updates and notes heading into the next season. That is where you're going to be able to know when the start date of the next season will be and what track, what series, at what time. So until that yet to be determined time, y'all stay safe, stay cool, stay fresh, and long live racing, because it's the best damn thing there is.